5 boundaries that make women respect you. More a Stoic code for the modern man. In a world where noise drowns clarity and desire often masks weakness, most men have forgotten who they are. They chase, they plead, they break, believing that love means surrender, that validation lies in the hands of another. But the Stoics knew better. Seneca once wrote, "No man is free who is a slave to his passions." Today, we remember who we are. This is not a guide to manipulation. This is not about control over others. This is about self-respect, earned through the fire of discipline. We are not here to impress women. We are here to build ourselves into men worthy of respect. Respect begins at the gate of your own soul, and that gate must be guarded. The Stoics taught that virtue is the only true good, and virtue begins with boundaries. Without them we drift, like leaves in the wind, moved by whims, not will. 1. The boundary of emotional sovereignty. We do not hand the keys of our inner peace to another, no matter how beautiful, no matter how intoxicating. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, reminded us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Many men betray themselves in relationships. They react, they beg, they explode, but a Stoic does not collapse under pressure. He breathes, he waits, he chooses. This calm presence commands respect, not because it is forceful, but because it is unshakable. A woman may test your limits, life surely will. But when she sees that you are not governed by moods, that your joy, your clarity, your mission remain untouched, respect becomes inevitable. Emotional self-control is not coldness. It is fire mastered. 2. The boundary of purpose. Over pleasure, Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Many men live in reverse. They put relationships above reason, connection above calling. They forget their direction. They become orbiters in someone else's sky. But women do not respect men who orbit. They respect men who build worlds. Your purpose must come before pleasure, your mission before comfort. The Stoic knows that indulgence is the enemy of excellence. He says no, not because he rejects beauty, but because he protects greatness. A man grounded in his work, his legacy, his internal calling, becomes magnetic. Not because he chases attention, but because he is indifferent to it. That indifference, when rooted in meaning, not ego, is sacred. 3. The boundary of respect for self and others. Respect must never be demanded. It is commanded through action. A Stoic does not tolerate disrespect, not because he is proud, but because he honors virtue. As Seneca wrote, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." That includes the company you keep in love. You must set the standard for how you are treated. If someone crosses your line, you speak, not with rage, but with reason. If that boundary is ignored, you walk, not with bitterness, but with dignity. This is not arrogance. This is integrity. A man who holds to his principles, who treats himself with care, inevitably draws others to do the same. When you walk with quiet conviction, even in solitude, you teach others how to treat you without saying a word. 4. The boundary of time and energy. Time is a non-renewable resource. The Stoics saw death not as a distant shadow, but as a constant companion. Memento mori. Remember, you must die. Every moment you give to something unworthy is a moment stolen from your becoming. You must never overextend yourself for the sake of being liked. Do not fill your calendar to prove your worth. Do not exhaust yourself for crumbs of attention. A true Stoic life is deliberate. He who guards his time, who pours energy only where it aligns with his values, commands silent respect. Women respect men who are not always available because their time has value and their energy has purpose. You are not here to entertain, you are here to become. 5. The boundary of detachment from outcome. This is perhaps the hardest. To care deeply, but to remain free. To love fiercely, but without possession. As the Stoics remind us, it is not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. You do not chase validation. You do not fear loss. You show up as your truest self and let the chips fall. You release control over how others respond, and in that surrender, you become invincible. This detachment is not apathy. It is courage. It is the courage to stand fully present, offer your truth, and walk away with your head high, if need be, because your worth does not fluctuate with someone's perception. Your soul is anchored in something far deeper. Most men look for tricks, for lines, for games, but we are not most men. We do not manipulate. We do not perform. We embody. We cultivate the man who needs no approval to exist fully. A man of principle, a man of presence, a man who is dangerous not because he shouts, but because he does not need to. Women respect that man. The world remembers him, but most of all, he respects himself. And that is the beginning of everything. If you feel this truth in your bones, do not just listen. Live it. Reflect on what you need to protect. Draw your boundaries, not as walls to isolate, but as lines that define. This is your invitation to rise, to become, and to walk the path of the Stoic unbent, unbroken, unmoved,